out of the zone. Vanderham and Thompson exchange pleasantries as Thompson hit Vanderham right up the middle. Great pass by Foot right on the stick of Vanderham. Vanderham protects the puck. Looks to go short side up over the glove of Burns. And just fired down the length of the ice for a whistle. So this third period underway, a 2-goal lead for your Icemen. Shots on goal in that second period. 14 for your Icemen for a 2-period total of 37. And 14 for the Northwest Zone 701 for a 2-period total of 24. Great pass through the seam to Weeks from Baines. Weeks just misses the short side as Burns unable to get over there in time. Again, a pass from Perosny on and off the stick of Weeks. And Brady Weeks capitalizes again for your Icemen. Just give me 1 second. Oh, you already entered that?
Yeah, it's Brady, wasn't it?
I think so. Hey, Phil. Hot shot in over the net on Jordan, gathered up by Weeks. Weeks around the boards to the opposite side to Baines. Baines to Perosny. This line has been buzzing tonight for your Icemen. Romulus, good job to move that puck inside the opposing defenseman. Baines back to Romulus. Romulus, centering pass, tipped on the backhand by Weeks, looking for another. Good drive up right on net. Center lane drive by Weeks and Romulus. Put it onto the stick of Weeks. Carrier pinches down. Your Icemen now leading by 3 goals here in this third period. Weeks to Romulus. Fired through traffic. Rebound. Baines just misses short side. He picked that one up. Careened off a body right back onto his stick. Up. Looking to go upstairs. Burns fought that off with the blocker. Rimmed around to the left side. Brought out of the zone. Dollawall chips it to his forward partner Thompson. Thompson drives. Leaves it. And good job by Jordan to snag that with a glove. As Northwest Zone looking to capitalize on a quick rush up the ice. Face off to the right of Jordan. 16-17 remain in this match between your Icemen and the Northwest Zone 701. Bender, Giamroli, and Smith. Bender in through traffic. Look to go back across the green short side. Just missed the net. Gets it back again. Pass from Ferris. Ferris to Bender, and that's into the glove of a waiting Burns. So we see Bender running center here tonight, and a face-off win by him. Sifted in on net, and I believe Smith with a tip. Ferris fired it on net, and Smith, I believe, tipped it through traffic. Great job on the tip. And your Icemen capitalize again. So clean draw win by Bender. Back to Ferris, so it's going to be Smith from Ferris and Bender. Time of the goal, 4:10 of the third frame. Ferris, D to D to Carrero, back to Ferris. Little chip pass to Vanderham. Vanderham up the middle of the Sawyers. Just off his stick. Gwinnett will pick it up. Come back in. Gwinnett on the backhand centers to Vanderham. Oh, almost through the pads of Burns. Just hit the inside skate of Burns in the Northwest Zone. Will drive it back the other way. Bowers forced off the puck by Foot. Centering pass skips off the top of the net. And Gwinnett will pick it up and chase out over center. He's stripped of the puck. Forced turnover by Northwest Zone again, and back in one-on-one as Homulus picks it up, protects the puck behind the net. Homulus pass turned over, picked up by Foot, and moved out by Gwinnett to Vanderham. Vanderham 1-on-3, delays, waits, tries to feed it through the seam, trying to hit Homulus. Right idea. Northwest Zone trying to spring a guy up the middle on that forced turnover. Foot will gain the zone. Dodges, he's on the delayed offside. Will gather it up at center and kick it on the backhand to Vanderham. Scratches for tonight's game, Eric Colombe on defense and Tyson Knapsick up front. So your Icemen with 9 forwards and 5D as Weeks just evades a train wreck at center. Vanderham fires that wide. It's going to careen around the boards. Going to get waved off on the icing. Ferris back to pick it up. Curls back to the boards and prevents a body check there from an incoming Northwest Zone player. Forced turnover, and Ferris will pick it up the boards, and Baines just chips it softly into the zone. Porosny tries to backhand that to Weeks. That's picked off, and it's a 3-on-2 for Northwest Zone. They gain the zone. Good job by Ferris to keep his man to the outside, forcing a turnover. Baines back the other way, lobs it up to Porosny. Porosny on the breakaway, looks back, forehand, backhand, forehand, and Burns stays with him. But the puck right back to Baines, who deposits it into the open cage. So the goal is going to be Baines from Porosny. Porosny with a breakaway will have enough time to look back and see who is trailing him. Burns, great job to stay with him. But the puck right back out into the slot, and a trailing Baines deposits it into the net. And your Icemen have scored 3 here in the third period to take a 5-goal lead. Foot tries to force his man off the puck, and we have an infraction coming. It's going to be a hooking penalty coming to the Northwest Zone. So Sefley off for hooking, and your Icemen will go on the power play. So your Icemen really opening things up here in the third period with 3 unanswered goals to go up 6-1, and the power play unit comes back out. Vanderham up to Ferris, fired, and good shot by Baines, and the blocker of Burns has had to have been sharp tonight. Has got a piece of that again, as that one was labeled for the top corner. Off the half wall is Porosny. Scrambling, Vanderham tries to tuck it on Porosny. Back to Weeks, he's stripped of the puck. Worked up to the line, but not out. Kept in by Baines. Baines misfires. He's going to have to giddy up to keep his man on the outside here, 1-on-1. Baines tries to lay the hip check. Good job to keep on the outside. Not even a shot developing off that. As Baines showing off his rare defensive prowess back on defense. Porosny drives up. Kick it to the left side to Weeks on the half wall. Weeks down to Porosny on the goal line. Back door looking for Ferris. And Baines blasts that into a set of shin pads to send it down the length of the ice. Some good looks here on this power play as your Icemen look to extend their lead here in the third period. Leading by 5 goals, 3 unanswered goals in the first 7 minutes of the third period. Have your Icemen up 6-1. Turned over. Short-handed shot. Misfire. And Homulus will try to force a turnover. He does. And Sawyer's back and will retreat back in his own zone. Sawyer's surveying his options off a set of Northwest Zone skates and sent right back in. Jordan will stop that for Homulus. Homulus moves that up to Sawyers before he can be stripped of the puck. Sawyers in, fires from outside, just misses upstairs on Burns. Foot pinches down on the far side. Centering pass right into the slot. And I believe the net is off its moorings, so we'll have a stoppage of play. So your SE701 Icemen back in action Sunday, February 8th against the Southwest 701 at 5:15 p.m. from Millwood's Arena B. The next game in action here as the penalty has expired. Your Icemen unable to capitalize on the power play. Shot from a sharp angle, fought off by Jordan behind the net. Northwest zone centering off the side of the goal. Just tried to tuck it in there. Was the Northwest zone forward. Tries to come out in front of the net. That's picked off by Vanderham. Vanderham drives to the far side. It's a 1-on-2. Giamaroli's going to drive the net. Vanderham stops up, looks, feeds it back through to the point to Carrier. Carrier picks it up, fires it. That's off a body of Thompson and into the corner. Good job by Giamaroli to work it down to Vanderham. Vanderham moves it to the opposite side. Gwinnett picks it up. He'll rim it around to the opposite side. Giamaroli in, protect the puck. Centering to Gwinnett. That's back to the point. Carrell keeps it in. Shot from the point into the midsection of Vanderham. He picks that up, curls off the half wall, fired. Good block by the Northwest zone defenseman. The puck just lobbed down the length of the ice right on the net, but just misses to the right of Jordan for an icing. Weeks, Omulus, Karosny, Baines, and Ferris out here. Baines protects the puck at the blue line, tries to work it back through. He does to Weeks. Weeks kicks it back at the Homulus, fired right in on Burns. Loose puck initially off the right shoulder of Burns, who covers it up for a whistle. Face-off again to the left of Burns. Weeks wins the face-off. The Homulus over to Ferris to the far side. Sent around the boards. Weeks gives chase. That's moved up the wall, and it'll come out over the boards. Shot in on Jordan. He'll fight that off with a glove, preventing that opportunity. Weeks will pick it up. Kicks it over to Perosny. Perosny just chips it into the Iceman zone. Gives chase himself. Baines tries to force a turnover. That's brought off the half wall. Baines tries to strip his man of the puck. Weeks forced the turnover. It's going to be a 2-on-1 down low. Baines looks, fires up off the mask of Burns. Kicked right back out into the neutral zone as he looked off Perosny and fired it upstairs. Burns had to fight that off with his head. Another shot again off the blocker of Burns. The Iceman tipped on net as Carrier fired that in. Baines tipped that on net, didn't make its way to the cage. And it'll be delayed offside as Tardif brings it in. Carrier over to Foot, his D partner. Foot will gain the line, drop past to Baines. Baines looks, fires, just grazes the glove of Burns. Up over the net, Carrier kicks it to Bender. Bender back through the seam to Foot. Foot to Baines. Baines looking for Smith in front. Smith got a piece of it, not able to tuck it through the wickets of Burns. Burns again with a blocker, tucks it into the corner. Smith in pursuit, protects the puck, rims it down to Bender. Bender drives out from short side, trying to tuck it in on Burns, who had to hold the post. Puck out into the neutral zone. Foot loses the puck, but able to fight his man off. Now he's in a battle 1-on-2 in the corner for the puck, centering right out into the slot. Carrier fights his man off. Another shot just misses over the glove as Smith finishes a check of the blue line, forces the puck out. Giamaroli in, looks right to Smith. Smith forehand, backhand. Puck knocked off his stick. He's going to chip it in deep and go for a line change. Giamaroli to Bender on the left side. Bender pressured off the puck here in the Northwest zone, just trying to get the puck out of their own zone here as Carrero keeps it in. Shot on net by Vanderham now. The Icemen able to get in a full line change. Northwest zone just gets it out to center. No further. Ferris on the regroup fires it into the midsection of Nicholson and gathers it up again. Ferris now driving on the far side. He'll gain the zone. Looks. Fires it. That's off a stick and careens into the corner. Sawyers moves it to Ferris. Right into the slot. Vanderham tries to jam that to the net. Vanderham leaves the puck. It's lobbed back out in the center, and Northwest zone trying to spring a guy up the middle. Neck guard hanging off of a Northwest zone player. He's got to head to the bench for an equipment malfunction. The puck is into the Northwest zone with the Icemen picking it up. Puck up the wall. Homulus drags it off the wall. Gets in behind the back trying to hit Vanderham. That's up the wall. Trying to give it back to Gwinnett. And Northwest zone able to get it out to center, but no further. The puck right back in is Homulus now on the forecheck. Homulus gets it. Fired. Quick shot. Looking to go up over the glove of Burns. Loose puck. Gwinnett hooked on the play. No call on the play, and the puck fired down the length of the ice. Watching some extracurricular activities behind the play. Nothing comes of that. As it's chipped up to the middle, and out Weeks tries to catch up to a bouncing puck. And it's sent right back into the Iceman zone. Northwest zone able to get in a line change. As that hot shot by Homulus skips up over the official's head. Out of play. And inadvertently the puck will come back in offside. So we'll have a stoppage of play with 5:10 remaining in the third period. Your Icemen opening up this game with 3 unanswered goals here in the third. To go ahead 6-1 as Northwest zone fires it in, steered off the blocker of Jordan into the right corner. Looks like it's going to be a high hit and possibly a penalty coming to Baines as the puck drove to the net. Secondary rebound picked up and shoveled in on the ice past Jordan. Looked like the Northwest zone player might have kicked the left pad of Jordan to get the puck loose. Dallowall with the goal on the delayed penalty to Baines. And the Northwest zone able to cut the lead to 4. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Binder, Smith, and Giamaroli out here for your Icemen, along with Carrero and Foote. Foote chips that puck to the boards. Binder will pick it up, drive through center. Binder gains the zone. Backhand to Giamaroli. That's forced on the turnover. Binder will pick it up again, try to get around his man. Lobbed into center ice, and Northwest zone able to come out to center. Trying to move it past Carrero. That doesn't work, and it's chipped right back into the Northwest zone area. Foote look for a big hit there. Nicholson gets around his man. Centering pass off the skates of Smith, and Binder's going to get this out and head back the other way. Binder and Giamaroli up the ice. Binder looks, drops it for Smith through his legs, and Nicholson back the other way again. Long shot in on Jordan, skips to the corner off the stick of Jordan. Homulus picks that up, he's stripped of the puck. Hard hit on Sefley along the boards. The official, the whistle up to his lips, but no further. Puck back out into the neutral zone, and Northwest zone will regroup. Puck chipped back into the Iceman zone. Ferris corrals that up to the blue line, and Sawyer's on a little chip pass to Vanderham, springs him. Nice little play on the spinorama by Vanderham, tries to hit Gwinnett. Just out of his reach, Gwinnett hit hard into the side wall. Up, no worse for wear, and a loose puck at the top of the circles. Moved over to the left wall. Northwest zone picks it up. Will regroup behind their net. Vanderham, Sawyers, and Gwinnett. Turnover. Sawyers. Gwinnett just misses low on the glove side, and the net is off its moorings again. Face off to the left of Burns. Gwinnett in to take the draw. I didn't see exactly what happened there.
Hit the net.
The puck up out of play, I believe, into the netting.
I could see it.
Shots on goal in this third period, 13-7 in favor of your Icemen. As the puck up out of play before it was swatted into the net. Should have been blown down. Play was allowed to continue, but the official just getting confirmation from the linesman the puck did go up into the netting, which should have been blown down and stop play. And on that note, the puck is sent down for an icing, and we do get another stoppage of play. The faceoff will be back to the left of Burns, back in the northwest zone area. Shots on goal in this third period, 13 for your Icemen. Up to 54 shots now, and 7 for Northwest Zone 701 for a three-period total thus far of 31, with 2.5 minutes remaining in this third frame. Puck turned over, shot right back in by Carrier on the delayed offside, and his line mates will have to tag up. Puck brought out by Northwest Zone. They'll get to the line, and Coughlin will send it in. Dollawall tries to get that puck and corral it off of the back of Jordan. Play broken up. Net guard off of Northwest Zone player. He's got to go to the bench for repairs. Puck left by Vanderham. Vanderham leaves it for Foot. Foot curls back to Vanderham. Vanderham over to Sawyers, and a great stop by Burns. I think he got his right pad on it. Carrier has to be sharp to keep that away from Dollawall, as Dollawall would have been away on a breakaway there. Line change here. It could be an odd man rush for Northwest Zone as the Icemen get back in position, and that puck off the stick of Carrier up into the air, and Jordan will grab that with a glove for a whistle with 1:29 remaining in the third period. Your Icemen still holding a 4-goal lead. Sefley in to take the draw against Weeks to the right of Jordan. The ref having a short consultation with the linesman. And the referee looking to have, or the coach for Northwest Zone looking to have a conversation with the ref. As we sit with 1.5 minutes left of this third period. So another penalty being assessed after the whistle. I don't know what it's for. It's the first time I've seen 2 penalties assessed after the whistle during a game. I don't see a box open for any. Yes, I do. Dollawall will be going in for Northwest Zone. So something either happened or was said to provide a unsportsmanlike penalty. That might be a unsportsmanlike penalty being assessed off something said on the ice that was heard by the linesman. That's all I can think of. At any rate, your Icemen back on the power play with 1:29 remaining in this match against the Northwest Zone 701. Ferris over to Baines. He misfires Baines draws back in, fires it. That's easily steered off the blocker. Burns into the corner. Corralled by Porosny. Weeks fires it off the pads of Burns. Loose puck. Gathered up again by Porosny. He'll kick it to the near boards to Weeks. To Baines. Baines looks. Back to Weeks. Weeks looks. Kicks it down to Porosny. Porosny looks. Looking for the backdoor pass. That doesn't work. Back to Baines. Baines has the puck come right back to him. Holds on to it. 1 minute remaining in this third period. Baines looks. Feeds it right to Vanderham on the bumper play. Vanderham trying to get that between the post and the left pad of Burns. Weeks down to Porosny. Now some movement on this power play. Backdoor. Loose puck. Gobbled up by Weeks and tucked into the net for a power play goal. Your Icemen regaining the 5-goal lead here in the third period. Power play goal from Weeks. I believe assist to Vanderham and Baines. So your Icemen with 51 seconds of power play time cash in to regain the 5-goal lead. Giamaroli, Binder, and Smith out here with Foot and Homulus as the deep pairing as 30 seconds remain in this hockey game. Work up, trying to hit Smith. Good pass by Homulus, just out of Smith's reach. Foot will regain the puck. DDD to Homulus. Binder runs into Charest in the neutral zone. Chip back out to center. The Icemen tag up, and Homulus just lobs that back into Sefley. 4 seconds remaining in this match as the puck is chipped back into the neutral zone, and your Icemen are victorious. The final score, 7-2 in favor of your Icemen. Final shots on goal, 57-33. As Burns had to be solid in net, unfortunately. Your Icemen able to get 7 past Burns and solidify the win. So as mentioned, your Sierra Icemen back in action Sunday, February 8th. This Sunday versus Southwest Zone 701. 5:15 p.m. matchup from Millwoods Rink B. I hope that you'll join us again then. Thanks again for Rob and Homulus for putting up with me for talking into her ear for 2 hours. And another win for your Icemen. Back from Toronto. No worse for wear from the time zone change. And right back into the win column. So we hope to see you next game